Hi, welcome back to my office, which is just below the media room where I do my live shows from my media room. Bob Fonseca, live from his media room. That's me. I'm Bob. I'm from Austin, Texas.
Media room ain't going to be a youth hangout.
If you happen to find this video through a search and you're not from the Austin area, please leave a comment below and let me know what you think and let me know where you're from. I would really like to know. I'm a 30-year veteran of morning radio. I have a show here with my partner Dale Dudley. A lot of folks watching this. This is all pretty elemental stuff, but yeah, so I've been doing that for a while and just trying to get my content game on. I love music. I love records. I love film, and we talk about all of that stuff and more upstairs live, which is produced by my son Dylan, and down here when I want to do a quick video. And thank you for watching. We're going to be really 80s centric today. Well, late 70s, early 80s centric. I got a couple things to show you. We're going to talk Springsteen. We're going to talk Steve Perry. We're going to talk Black Friday because as I record this, it is the day before Thanksgiving 2021. And of course, Black Friday coming up, Thanksgiving tomorrow, and then Black Friday. Anyone else miss Black Friday, like the real Black Friday? I mean, I don't miss the carnage. I don't miss the door-busting tramplings that used to occur. But Black Friday just isn't fun like it used to be. Do you remember getting up at 3 in the morning to get a $50 soundbar at Best Buy and waiting in line in the cold for a couple of hours to get a $300 iPad or something like that? Well, all that's gone now. I kind of like that. I like the old way. I don't like the new way where they start Black Friday in April. But I used to get a thrill out of getting up early and finding something at some incredible price and then either sneaking it home and not telling my wife or bringing it home proudly and like a warrior hunter bringing home the kill to the campfire. But all that's gone now because Black Friday is pretty much 365 days a year now, right? So like everything else, they took that away from us.
Big time, because the world is run by the man.
Who?
So, so Thanksgiving tomorrow, and that means on Friday. Three things happen on Friday. Number one, it's Black Friday, and so you've got all the sales going on. You got the record store day, which I don't know if I'm going to brave or not. I've never done it, but I don't know if I'm into. I don't even know what I want anyway, so I don't think it's worth standing 3 hours in line for. But also, you have to stop wearing white shoes, I believe, on Friday, something like that. I think for the rest of the year until Easter or something like that. And it's the day that you can officially listen to Christmas music. Not really acceptable to listen to Christmas songs before Thanksgiving. So it's all on. It's game on. And this year I'm going to do mostly vinyl. I'm not a big Christmas record guy, but this year I've decided I'm going to try to get in the spirit now that we're maybe on the other side of the pandemic. Maybe try to get a little joy going, but we're going to talk a little bit about Christmas music and a couple of new releases. And I wanted to show you this. First of all, if you watch my live show, you know I'm a big fan. I'm not a fan of the man. Well, I'm not a fan of who the man turned out to be, but we talked about it on my live show. Greatest Christmas record of all time, right here. A Christmas gift for you. I don't think, since Phil Spector was convicted of murder and he subsequently died in jail, I don't think you can presently get this in a new release. Every year it used to be licensed to somebody. This one here, I don't know how close to original, but you can see it's a tip-on jacket. And the printing is really bad and it looks old. This could be one of the original Phillies records. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to do some research. I've had it for years. I've had it since the 70s. And this is one of those records that I talked about that no matter, where I spot one, I'll pick it up. And I have this, and I have this one here, different cover. This is from licensed to a label called Pavilion, which I think is a CBS. Yeah, it's a CBS property or whatever. And this is from around 81. So this is going to be an 80-centric show today. And then this was the most interesting one I have, I think. Same cover as the last one. The color saturation's a little different, but look at this. It's on the Apple label. Apple licensed it for a year or two. So I feel very fortunate to have one on the Apple label. And then I have various CD copies. This one here on the Phillies app. This is through Abco. Phil Spector records, and then I think I got one that was, and this might be from the Phil Spector box set, but I have some other CD copies rolling around. And then the other day I was at visiting my friends Robert and Enzo here in Austin in Living in Stereo, and if you live in Austin, you've never been to Living in Stereo, you need to go check it out. All kinds of vintage equipment and furniture and records and cassette tapes. And they had seen my previous video, and they handed this to me. They said, you said you buy it every time you see it, so here's the cassette copy. So here's a cassette copy on, what label is this? Passport Records. I have no idea what Passport Records is. USA. Yeah, have no idea what year or whatever, but pretty good, clean copy of the Phil Spector Christmas record on cassette. So there you go. I'm a man of my word. This was produced in 1984. A man of my word when it comes to the Phil Spector Christmas album. And if you have one and you don't want it, send it to me. We'll see how many I can collect. But I have various CD copies as well. Let's talk about Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. I'm representing today with the T-shirt. And this came out. This happened this week. The much anticipated Springsteen and the E Street Band, No Nukes, 1979 concert. And this is the CD copy. Why do I have the CD copy when I talk mostly about vinyl? Well, I'll tell you, I ordered the vinyl, the 2-disc vinyl. And, shame on me, I ordered it from Amazon a couple weeks ago. And when it arrived a couple of days ago, I took it out of the jacket, out of the sleeve, and 3 sides of the vinyl look like it had been dropped, like the records had been dropped on the factory floor, the pressing plant floor, and then workers walked all over it, and then they sleeved it up and mailed it to me. I mean, that's how bad it was. It was horrible. It was scratched, it was marred, it was scuffed, it was buffed, it was a disaster. And I don't know, and it was factory sealed. I mean, I tore the shrink off myself, and I didn't get it. I was so disappointed. Maybe I'm done with vinyl. I don't know. I'm having a love-hate relationship with vinyl right now. And it just seems like the quality control is not very good. I think that one was stamped Sterling. I guess that's the pressing plant. I don't know much about the various pressing plants, but I know it had Sterling in the run out. But man, honest to God, it looked like it had just been walked on with combat boots and shoved in the sleeve. It was a total disaster. So yesterday I went to Waterloo Records here in Austin. Hey, and I saw my friend Russell. I had no idea. I forgot Russell works at. If you go to Waterloo Records in Austin, say hi to Russell for me. Tell him Bob sent you. But I went to a real record store. I didn't go to Target or Walmart to get this. This is the 2-disc CD with the Blu-ray movie. Now you got to be real careful. I already took the shrink off so you can't see the hype sticker. There's also a 2-disc with a DVD version, and it's printed very small, very tiny print on the hype sticker. And so if you want the Blu-ray, don't accidentally pick up the DVD or vice versa. I don't know who's still playing DVDs, but there is a DVD version, so make sure you get the right version when you go. But I did not replace the vinyl. I decided not to take another chance, and I wanted the movie anyway. I wanted the Blu-ray concert film. We're going to talk about that in a second, but I wanted to show you the package. It's nice. There you go, the big man. This is filmed over 2 nights, so we'll talk about the movie in a second. But it's filmed over 2 nights and recorded over 2 nights. And they found the original master tapes with a couple of exceptions. I think there's a little bit of the Detroit medley and maybe another tune that they had to go to the board recordings to kind of fill in the missing gaps in the sound. But Can't tell it from listening to it. All sounds good. It is quality production and recording. Pretty amazing. Very impressed with the sound from 1979. And here's what you get in the package. It's a little, here you go, you got a little compartment in there. And this is kind of hokey, but, you know, didn't cost any extra. You get a little ticket envelope. You remember the days when you used to get your Ticketmaster tickets in an envelope? And then they even went to the trouble of printing little, I'm sorry, it's getting blown out there by my light, but it comes with a half a ticket. I guess they used to tear these Ticketmaster tickets in half or whatever, but I kept trying to unfold the ticket. I thought it was the whole ticket folded, but it's just the half a ticket. And that's pretty cool. I mean, you don't pay any extra. It's just a nice little thing they threw in there. Put it back in the envelope, and you got that going for you. You get the book. The bad thing about not having the vinyl is that, you get the smaller book. This is the same book essentially that you get in the vinyl, but it's nice. It's nice. Got a little essay in here from one of the guys that was involved in the filming, and talking about how the filming of this concert was a little different. Different than I would say, what Scorsese does, where everything's kind of mapped out. If you've ever seen his concert film of the Stones, they go into how he films the various songs and knows the camera angles. This was shot, completely off the cuff. And again, we'll talk about that. Oh, you also get this sticker. Not too sure about this this chrome kind of neon graphic that they've been doing for this release. In smaller format, it doesn't look as good, but you get a little paper sticker there. I don't think I'd put that on my car, though I do like to put stickers on my car. The sound is fantastic. Unbelievable recordings, and hard to believe that these things have been buried since 1979, the footage and the master tapes or whatever from the, but man, well worth the wait. And as far as the movie goes, the Blu-ray, I'll show you the discs. The discs are also printed rather nicely. It's a nice package. It's a little corporate looking, maybe the art designer or the art director in me would have maybe done it a little different, a little less corporate, a little more gritty, because the footage is really gritty. I think it's 16 millimeter. I'm positive it's 16 millimeter. And Tom Zimny has left a lot of the rawness of the video in the film. So you can actually see the gate. I watched it last night on my big screen, on my 120 inch projection screen, and he shows you the whole gate, the whole 16 minutes, and you can see the hairs and the dust collecting in the corners, and you can see the sprocket holes sometimes in the lens flare, and I think it just adds to the quality of that video. I really do. Yeah, I mean, this concert has everything that I love about the Springsteen shows I saw from the late 70s to the early to mid 80s. He had his shtick down. It's pretty shticky, He does all the classics, the jump off the speaker stacks and the power slides and the leaps from the grand piano and the Tasmanian devil whirling dervish, thing he does. And did I mention the power slides? Yeah, it's all there. The James Brown, I can't go on kind of routine. Listen, it's all, looking back now, pretty shticky, but in the day we had a blast and everybody's in on the joke, and it brought me back to 1978, 1980, when I used to go all over Texas, going to any Springsteen show I could and getting as close to the stage as I could, and standing next to him on the floor. I remember one night in Dallas, literally standing next to him and Clarence on the floor when they came out into the crowd for Spirit in the Night, and lifting him up and passing him around. I mean, it's all here. This is the epitome. This has been well worth the wait to get this film. I mean, it is it's the most exciting concert film I think I've ever seen, because of the rawness, because of the fact that it was shot off the cuff. It's not perfect. It's pretty close to perfect though, and I can't wait to watch it again. I watched it in its entirety last night. My mouth was just I was just in awe. And I felt like I was 22 years old again. I don't know how old I was how old would I have been in 1979? About 23, something like that. So there it is. Pick it up if you can. Beware of the vinyl. I mean, maybe I just got the only bad one, but by the way, the Blu-ray is done in complete 5.1 surround, discrete surround sound. It sounded, I was blown away. In fact, that may be the way I listen to it in future, is in the 5.1 in the theater. Even if the projector is not on, I'll just listen to the sound in that format, because it was like being at the venue. No lie. Listen, everyone knows I'm a Springsteen fan. Springsteen fan or not, you're going to enjoy the legendary 1979 No Nukes concert, Springsteen and the E Street Band. And you know what? Seeing Clarence and seeing Danny, that was great also. It's all here. It's all in this package. Everything you love about Bruce, everything you hate about Bruce if you're a hater, it's all in here. It's all in here. All the shtick, all the fun. And it's like going to church. Let's talk Christmas music. Because I'm sure a lot of you have seen this everywhere. The Steve Perry Christmas album, and let's get it out of its... I put most of my discs in these sleeves. I love the sound of opening them up. It's like opening up a new record every time. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Perry's The Season. Don't know about the cover. Don't know about the graphics. Don't know about the title. It's all pretty pedestrian. They got the little, nod to Wheel in the Sky or Space Rock or whatever there with Saturn. And listen, it's a Christmas album, so what do you expect, right? They got to have all the trappings here on the cover to make you buy it, let you know that it's a serious Christmas album. Okay, this is not Steve doing a Journey kind of thing. This is Steve doing a serious Christmas album. Now, I can't say I'm a huge Steve Perry fan or a Journey fan. I respect both entities. But, I figured for $20, $21 or whatever this was, I thought I would pick it up and check it out and then show it to you. So here it is. There's the back cover. It's a gatefold. There you go. Let me stand back. There it is. Nicely done, right? Oh, there's Santa. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Non-offensive, perfect to give to grandma. Inside, you get all kinds of family photos of Steve when he was a young lad, whippersnapper, and family photos and all that. Very, very cute, very tame and docile, but interesting, fun, right? Nice. And then I think this is the original sleeve it came in, a poly. No, I may have replaced it. I don't remember. Then you got this one came in red, and you got the little wreath there. It's cute. It's cute. Well, what about the music, Bob? What does it sound like? Well, it sounds like a Christmas album, and it sounds like a Steve Perry album. I'm not a singer, but his vocal abilities have definitely been diminished slightly over the years. I say slightly. His voice has a real kind of... I kind of like it. It's got a kind of a grainy, granular, sandpapery kind of quality to it these days. And, he does... I should have kept the album out, because the tracks aren't listed here. They tell you very little about what's inside. And there's probably a good reason for it, because there's all of 25 minutes of music on this. No, not 25 minutes aside, 25 minutes total. And where is the track listing? Is it on the inside? 25 minutes of music. Now that's just about half of a standard. I think there's an inner. It's about half of the standard. Oh, I forgot to show you this. Yeah, there's a little. This is the original sleeve. There you go. So side A has the Christmas song, as written by Mel Torme and Robert Wells. I'll Be Home for Christmas. Old Lang Syne. I think this is the highlight of the record, maybe, and it's the third track. Normally you would put that last because that's kind of a New Year's Eve song. But that's actually track 3 on side 1, and I think he does an amazing version of that. Winter Wonderland closes out the four tracks. What are you doing Christmas Eve? Santa Claus is coming to town. Silver bells and have yourself a merry little Christmas. 8 tracks total, 25 minutes of music. Now come on, Steve. Come on, man. You paid for the studio time. Give us a full album. Okay. They could have done 25 minutes. They could have put the whole album on one side of the vinyl, right? They could have put the whole 25 minutes on one side and then put an etching of a Christmas tree or Santa Claus on the other, or they could have cut it at 45 RPM and made it audio file and then had people return it back to the store. Did you hear what happened with, I guess, Taylor Swift or somebody, or I think it was Taylor Swift, released a 45 RPM version of her album, latest album, and people at Target and Walmart bought it and thought it was defective because they didn't know it was a 45. They thought it was 33 and it sounded weird. It either sounded, would that make it slower or chipmunky? Anyway, I guess it would make it slower, like she had a man's voice. And so hundreds of copies are being returned by people that don't know how to flick the switch on their turntable to 45. But yeah, he could have given us a little more. Come on, 25 minutes for a whole album. You're in the studio anyway, you know, you're cutting the tracks. Why stop it? Why stop at 8? Give us a little more, Steve Perry. That's it. It's Christmas time, and it is Christmas music time. And go out and try to find your favorite Christmas record on vinyl. And while you're at it, hit a secondhand store, hit a Goodwill, see if you can find a Phil Spector Christmas album. I don't think they've put it out this year. And if you don't have it or can't find it, stream it, because it is the greatest Christmas record of all time. Sorry, Steve Perry. Sorry, Springsteen. You did a very good version of Santa Claus is Coming to Town, though. But pick this up. And if you have any extra copies lying around you don't want, send them to me. I'll add them to my collection. That's it for now. That is your Bruce Springsteen, Steve Perry, 80s-centric show from my office below my media room. We're going to see you maybe tonight in the media room live for Hump Day Q&A because it's Wednesday. As always, like, subscribe, hit notifications, leave comments. If, like I said, if you're from another city and you just happen to stumble upon this because you saw the words Springsteen or Steve Perry, then welcome, and let me know where you're from. And we'll do more of these. I'm not going to use a teleprompter. We're just going to do these things off the cuff, and that's all you get. That's all she wrote. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you maybe tonight.